in terms of elicitation, so you've got it must be planned in a way to produce. So that you should be really well prepared, a proper method to the madness, as they say, should be there. A structured approach should be there, so that we do not waste time, effort, and money of not only ours but also the stakeholders. So we should be really clear about the objectives, what we are trying to do with respect to this elicitation activity, what should be the outcome, what are the objectives, what are the expectations, who are the right people to engage. All of these, once we have a clarity, then we can try and come up with what should be the elicitation activity, how much time it should be done, what kind of approach should we take, what about the people that we should try and engage in, what are the deliverables, what are the source of information, all of this. How will we get the information? Should we record it? Once we record that, how would we then convert that into a report? How are we going to use a report? Should we actually again feed it back to the stakeholder just to get a validation whether we understood it right or wrong? And then after all of these kind of things with all the stakeholders done, then we can create a report, identifying the strong themes, the conflicts, all of these, this information that we were talking about. This has to be done so that we can really with confidence say that our activity, the elicitation activity that we have set out, has been done in the proper way, and we have got the results in a validated way. We can do things in a haphazard way. We can do all these activities in two ways, right? We can do it in a completely haphazard, unexpected, unprofessional way. We still can come up with some kind of results, but how are they really going to help us in taking the right decision about the product is a big question mark, right? The product or process. So if you go through the proper channel, the right way, with following the right approach and engaging the right people, doing the right thing, then obviously you would expect the right outcome to come out of those. That's the empirical sense of how you do that. And then once you've done this, then how are you going to capture the outcome, the results from this elicitation? So again, that needs to be really thought through, because as we discussed, there are a lot of ways that you could generate tons and tons of data points coming in from these elicitation activities. I was giving an example yesterday that during the assignment where I was doing the user studies across the world, the round trip from US to China to India to back to UK, it's so much of data gathering, so much of elicitation that was happening, and the person was writing notes no less than 20 pages for every interview, and we've done 120 such interviews. So you would expect like you're sitting on a landmine. It's actually a gold mine of data, because it's straight from the customers and the users and their experiences, very rich data. But then how you're going to actually kind of leverage and use that data to your advantage? You're sitting on a pile and mountains of data. So it's important. You need to remove all the things which are not required, just focus on the important things. And that's why as I said, I used mind map and all these different affinity analysis diagrams, all of this to remove the chaff and just focus on the wheat. How can I actually get the important insights, the design ideas, the key challenges, what the problems, the pain areas? How can we come up with the effective alternatives? How should be the features that we are going to structure in the new platform going to address these? What should be the benefits that we can deliver to these people? How should the workflow be? What about the prioritization in terms of what's important versus what's urgent? So all of these have to be thought through, and then we need to come up with the right set of the outcomes from these